Well, hello there, Vlad here. Welcome to the studio. Today we're checking out the Harley Benton EX-84 VW. So white, vintage white, I think. Is this vintage white? Because to me it looks like just white. Let's debate. And right away I have to mention that this video is brought to you in collaboration with Harley Benton, and I get to keep this instrument as compensation for my work. However, as my long-term viewers know, whether the video is sponsored or not, you would never buy my opinion, because it's something that's not beneficial to the company or you as a viewer as well. So yeah, honest review, even though this video is sponsored. And what we have here is basically a budget-friendly version of something that Mr. Hetfield might play. And I love that there's an affordable version. Everyone cannot afford to have like a Japanese-made instrument. And I'm going to talk about like long-term exposure or something like that a bit later. But what you should know right away is that this guitar has actually spent few months here at my studio, so it has acclimated to the Finnish climate. And besides like slight sharpnesses in some of the frets, what is English anyway? Yeah, basically like this instrument has handled the Finnish weather pretty well. We go through like drastic temperature and humidity changes, and this has passed the test. Other specs: ebony fretboard, white dots, slim taper C-shaped neck. And what's great about this guitar is that it comes with actual EMGs, so EMG 81 in the bridge and EMG 60 in the neck. Like an absolute classic set for anyone who plays metal. This just works. But first of all, let's fire up Archetype Rabea and check out some tones there. And actually, let's start with some heavier tones. I'm just going straight from the guitar into my audio interface, and here's how this Archetype Rabea plugin sounds. This already gets me into the Metallica land, if you will. Whatever that means. This combination, Archetype Rabea and this, just works. Sounds like that one band, to me at least. Let me know what you think. Just for the sake of it, let's try chugging on the middle pickup position. There's quite a big difference. Chug. Middle pickup position. Let's chug. Neck. For whatever reason, this neck profile combined with the fretboard radius, like, it's just easy for me for some reason to control my vibrato, but this is a personal thing. And then there's some noise, but you get the idea. Let's check out some more tones with Archetype Rabea, Strat chunks. Let's give it a try. Again, not bad. Oh, let's check out something more ambient. I kind of think this middle pickup position will work. And before we dive into the final review of this guitar, let's tune this to drop D just because we can and chug some more, and then we'll talk about whether this guitar is worth your money or not. I'm having fun, as you can tell. So, is the Harley Benton EX-84 EMG VW good? That's a handful to say. Like, if you want to have a Hetfield styled guitar that has actual EMGs, this is a killer choice. It sounds fantastic, it looks fantastic, and my overall impression is that this guitar actually handles the Finnish climate pretty well. Like, there's a tiny bit of fret sprout, but that's something that you can maybe even do at home. And this is actually something that happens to every single instrument when they brought to Finland, because we go through like quite drastic temperature and humidity changes, and instruments react to that. And as I mentioned, this guitar has stayed at my studio for many months now, and it's surprisingly good. Again, a little bit of rounding up maybe at different ends, but not necessarily like it's playable right away. It doesn't tear in my hand, anything like that. And these EMGs combined with the Archetype Rabea, no affiliation with the company by the way, like sounds fantastic. Like it gets exactly the tone I want to have. And I love that. And for this type of guitar, I actually like these pickups a lot. And the great thing about these pickups also, besides the tones you can get, is that they have a quite high resale value as well. So if you want to swap to some other pickups, you can get quite a lot of money from these alone. So it's a great deal in that sense as well. If you like the guitar, you can always swap the pickups later. Again, resale value. I personally like this neck profile a lot, but I'm not fully satisfied with the lacquered neck. I would probably like sand it a little bit like with a fine grit sandpaper, which will make it feel smoother. But otherwise, there's not too much to say except like you need to get a special gig bag for this one. And actually on Thomann website, they say that there's a Thomann Extreme gig bag that fits this, so you can carry it to your band rehearsals and such. But overall, I'm really impressed with this instrument. It plays great, it looks fantastic, it sounds exactly as I want it to sound. And yeah, it's just good. And if you want to get yours, be sure to check the affiliate links in the description. Using those won't cost you anything extra. But if you buy anything from Thomann using those links, I earn a small commission from the purchase, which helps me to put food on my family's table, which would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.